Welcome to Today's Issues, a community service program informing you of the issues and events in the four-state area. Now, here are the issues for today on KNEO 91.7 FM.
Good morning. This is Luke Taylor with a Capitol Report update. State Representative Ben Baker is with us today. He's talking to us about what's going on in Jefferson City in these last few weeks of the 2024 session. He'll share about finalizing the budget and more right here.
We're in the last 2 weeks of session this year, and so there's a lot going on. A lot of talk and focus right now is on the budget process. The House has made our position and sent it over to the Senate several weeks ago. The Senate has still not done anything with that budget yet, on the floor anyway. The deadline is coming up this next week, and so there's a lot of pressure on the Senate to do something with the budget. But the problem is if they send it back to the House with no time to go through that and see what happened, what changes were made, the House is going to be unlikely willing to just take that budget and pass it. And so there's some friction between the House and the Senate on the budget process right now, but we'll see what happens in the last 2 weeks here. We did pass, or the Senate did pass, the FRA, the federal reimbursement allocation for Medicaid. That's federal dollars that come through to the state from the federal government, and they were able to get that bill perfected in the Senate this week after a long, I think, 40-hour filibuster. So that was at least something that did get done in the Senate this week, which is important for all of our medical facilities and healthcare in the state. And then, so last of all, just trying to keep keep everything on the rails for the last couple of weeks and hopefully get a few good things done. There are bills that are teed up perfectly on the calendar in the Senate, if the Senate can get through kind of the blockage and start moving on some of those bills. So with that, we'll catch you next week.
160th District State Representative Ben Baker can be reached at his Jefferson City office at 573-751-9781. We'll also mention that we're making the Capitol Report update available as a podcast now. Find it wherever you get your podcasts and get each day's update from our local legislators by searching for KNEO Capitol Report.
This has been Today's Issues. For more information about the issues you've just heard, call 417-451-5636. Today's Issues is presented as a public service of KNEO 91.7 FM, a Sky High radio network.